Hey everybody, it is like 10:30. So tonight I was defeated by time. I had all intentions of getting on here earlier, but it is what it is. So as long as I'm on by midnight, then I'm still in the day, which is my goal. So I'm good. Honestly, I can't remember if today's day 6 or 7 of 24, but it's one of those, and I'll go back and check what day I'm on so I can keep track. But listen, I'm gonna try and make this short and sweet, and here's where I wanna go. Here's my intention for this video. I was listening to a interview with Greg Braden and Liz Dawn, I think her name is, and in their conversation, Greg Braden said something about the battle for our thoughts. And it was like Charlie Brown after that. Wah, wah. I hardly heard anything else because that really got me thinking that right now, that's exactly how I feel. And I'm pretty sure that that's the way many, many people in this collective feel. It's like there's a battle going on for our thoughts, what to think, what to believe in all things, right? It's like this constant pull of, think this, think that, whether it's exterior or interior. So you've got the news, you've got friends, you've got everybody trying to play a tug of war with your mind and your heart, telling you what to believe and what to think. And it feels like there's a battle for your thoughts. And if that was only an external battle, that would be fine. But the problem is that for many of us, it's also an internal battle. My thoughts are pulling me towards business. My thoughts are pulling me towards family, towards moving, towards staying. You've got all this jumble up there of decisions to make, how to keep your family safe, how to work, how to make money. There's just, and each of those different thoughts are taking up space and trying to be the winner. They're trying to be the one that gets to win the most space up in your mind. And so to sift through that and give priority to the ones you feel most connected to, most aligned with in this moment is not an easy task. And we can talk about the power of mindset and belief, and that's great. But when you're in a moment and, there's lots of stuff going on in the world and you feel yourself in a battle for your thoughts and beliefs, how do you settle on the ones that take priority? How do you sift through which ones come first? Because they all feel important. They all feel necessary. And they all feel like they desire your attention. You want to give them all of your attention, but there's only so much you can do. And for me, the more I let those thoughts take control and spin, the less I actually get any thinking done. And so it's like your phone. The way I see it is it's like your phone. And I'm the queen of this, where my kids will go to borrow my phone and they'll swipe and there's 57 apps open or 57 screens, and they're swiping and swiping for minutes at a time, trying to clear my phone. And they even joke with me as a family. They're like, Mom, you have to swipe up and clear some of these apps. You have like 47 apps open. And that is a perfect analogy for what's basically going on in this mind of mine, where I have all these tabs open and I don't close them down because I can't pick one. They all seem important enough to absorb my time. So really none of them get my attention when it boils down to it. And I find that the more chaos I feel in my mind and on the exterior, the more peace I need to look for within myself. And I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Although leading up till now, meditation and quiet practice has not been in my repertoire of skills. These last few weeks, I have been waking up a little bit earlier to devote time to the stillness of my mind because it's just too much. And I have to decide which thoughts are going to get my attention for a little while until I can swipe up and pull them away and say, okay, great, now it's time for the next app. What am I gonna look at? Which thought am I gonna focus on? And then when I feel like I've given that thought attention, then you swipe up and you clear it. But what happens when we leave them all open and when we try and work on them all at the same time is the only thing we accomplish is slowing the system down. The only thing we accomplish is we get stuck and then we need a reboot. And so I have been finding that these quiet moments in the morning before my kids wake up, of just sitting in stillness and trying to connect to gratitude and attitude and whatever it is I want the day to bring me. You know, I want to be thankful for the things I have. I want to be in control of the things I desire. I want to know what I want and step into that version of me. You know, okay, what next? You've written a book, you accomplished that, but I'm not done. So what else do I want to do? And how am I going to do it in a way that's, you know, and I don't want to say systematic, but that allows me to feel spacious? Because even if you're doing what you love, there's still a point where it just gets to be too much, you know? And right now, it's just the time to pick one, align with it, work on it, swipe up. So I wanted to come on and talk about that. And I wanted to talk about the power you have to be in the driver's seat. It's okay to allow people to share their thoughts and beliefs with you, but at the end of the day, you've got to be in control of your mind. You've got to determine where your focus is, what's important in this moment, and where your boundaries are. Because otherwise, it's so easy to be infiltrated. And then sometimes you have thoughts and they're not even yours. They were like put in there by somebody else because you didn't create a boundary. So you allowed someone else's thought to penetrate your energy and your mind. And now you find yourself working or thinking or doing something, and it's not even yours. It's someone else's stuff that you just allowed in. So now more than ever, you have to really be discerning and give sovereignty to the most important thoughts. And when I say most important, not only on a responsibility level, but also on an energetic level. Like, I know the things I want to accomplish, and I know what I'm trying to create in this world, in this day, in this moment. And ask yourself with each thought that comes up, speak to it. Are you here to help me what are you here to help me accomplish? If you're kind of just wasting my time, then I'll deal with you some other time. This is not the time. But we don't create boundaries within our own minds for our own thoughts. We just let them all come in and we give them all equal attention. But it's like, no, right now you speak and everybody else needs to be quiet. You know, we have to treat them as this own living entity, because once they're in our minds and we give them space inside our minds, that's exactly what they become. And nothing deserves to take up space in your mind unless you want it there, unless you've asked for it and chosen for it to be there. Otherwise, you tell it you have the power and the will to say, not right now, not this way. Here are the things that I need to think right now, because it's an overwhelming external world. And so the way we create peace internally is by making our thoughts very much our thoughts. And if we're not sure, it's okay to put it off and say, you know what, this decision or this particular thing that's going on in my head right now, I don't have the capacity to deal with it. I'm not ready to decide or to act on this particular bubble in my mind right now. And so you can give yourself permission to say, not right now. I need some time with this. And so once you free yourself of what you aren't ready to deal with, then you move it to the side, and then the next thought comes in and goes, okay, now it's my turn. And it gets to talk, and then you look at that thought and say, I'm ready for you. You know, I'm ready to act on you. I'm ready to focus and put time into you that I'm taking away from doing other things. And I'm gonna mold you and nurture you because you're pretty important. In this moment, I feel like you're gonna take me to the next place that I need to be. But if it's not, or you're not sure, or it's causing you stress or anxiety, then it probably means, that is a signal from your body saying, not right now. It's not, it could be avoidance, but it might not be. It might just be your internal system telling you, we're not ready, or we don't have enough information, or this is not the time. There's so many possibilities. And really be honest. We talked about this yesterday. Be honest and ask, is this a thought that I need to deal with right now, but I don't want to because I'm avoiding it? You know, I almost didn't go live tonight because it was getting late. I'm so tired. I didn't want to look tired and have my kids tell me how exhausted I looked. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just skip it. But no, like, I know that I made a commitment. I know that when I wake up tomorrow and I've honored that commitment, that's the woman I want to wake up as tomorrow. Not the woman who goes, oh no, I broke my momentum. And for what? And I know what that's going to create inside of me. So I was able to make a choice in that moment. No, I know what the right thing to do is, and I have to give it my attention and my time. But that's conscious living. That's awareness. And right now, it's so easy to have runaway thoughts. Your thoughts will literally take off running and drag you down the road with them if you aren't in the driver's seat, if you're not in control, because there's so much polarity out there in the world. There's so much chaos. There's a lot of light, but there's a lot of dark. And so for us to find balance within ourselves, we have to be very mindful of what beliefs and what thoughts we choose to honor in each of our moments. And it doesn't mean we won't circle back around and get those other thoughts that we said, not now, not here, not like this. We will come back around. Some will just discard, but some will say, I'll come back for you. I'm not abandoning you. I can't right now. And then you deal with what's a priority. And that to me has been a really graceful way to help myself conquer the thoughts and the battle that's going on in my mind. So, nuggets of goodness, I hope. Again, I'm here to get your feedback, get whatever it is that you think about any of the thoughts I have, good or bad. I have made it clear that I'm open to everything. So let me know how this sits with you, and if it got inside your heart. Let me know if you don't connect with it at all. Or if you have suggestions of your own. If you know that you have some really good life hacks or biohacks for people who are feeling that battle of the mind really loud in their head, what are some things that tools, strategies, some things that you've lived through that you can share right here, comment below, and let people in on some ways to conquer that, because we all know that that's a pretty big obstacle, is when you lose control in your mind, it feels like you lose control in your life, right? Okay, so that's it. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm still gonna see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because my goal was 24 consecutive days. I should have thought about that and given myself the weekends off, but no rest, right? Because this is how I get better and grow and show up. So I love you all so much. Have the best evening, and kiss those you love very, very tightly. And if you can't kiss them because you're not near them, then call them and tell them that you love them, or send them a message, because life is super precious, and it's a gift, and we just need to appreciate what we do have and focus on what is there sometimes, because right now the world is showing us so many sides of the human experience. Okay, everybody, I love you all. Bye-bye.